Nikon. Tyczynia stawiasz go, a ty masz zakradzać, to środki wytiery, a sama są. No masz to, no lepiej, no ty.
It's impossible not to watch C and think about Game of Thrones. I mean, just look at the physical setting that they chose here, how the characters look like and dress up. Like, look at those fur leather jackets that they wear, especially how Khal Drogo looks. Oh, sorry. How Jason Momoa's character looks like it appears to be Khal Drogo. And is this a happy coincidence or a mere lack of creativity? You tell me, comment it below. Anyway, spoiler alert, we're gonna talk about Apple TV's new show, C, starring Jason Mamoa. C is set centuries in the future where humans are blind and they live as if they are in the Stone Age. A disease wiped out all humans and only 2 million survived without the ability to see. I think that the main plot is interesting enough, cinematography outstanding. The whole show at its general level, I don't hate it. I'm not loving it so far. Part of the plot that I'm not really buying is the timeline that they chose. How convenient is it that the timeline is set centuries in the future, and so that the viewers can just accept that civilization has deteriorated over time? It feels like as if someone's saying, I want a Game of Thrones setting, so what's convenient for me is to do a time jump centuries in the future. I'd like to see, for example, from today in 2019, maybe 50 years later, how do people live? I'm sure the 21st century stuff are still being used, but kind of adapted in a new way for blind people usage. And that universe, I think, would be more original. It will be a fresh and unique take for the viewers as well. With the time setting set to be centuries in the future, I just refuse to accept that humankind don't want to move forward. I know, yes, there are 2 million humans left, but come on. One of my biggest questions with the show so far is that yes, we know that all humans are blind, but can the animals see? Because I know they have some horses and there was a bear. There's a bear fighting scene with Baba Voss, and it looks like the bear can see because he can fight or whatever, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and it's the other way around, that the bear couldn't see, and they also have a strong sense of smell and kind of feel the environment around them so they can fight. But please do let me know if you know the answer. Let's talk about the characters. Of course, we have here Jason Mamoa as Baba Voss. Is it just me or the name sounds so friendly and happy? I mean, maybe it suits his character. He's a family man and he wants to protect his kids. He falls in love with this woman named Magra, who was pregnant by the time they met each other, and he becomes the stepdad of these twins who has the gift of sight so they can see, but that puts them in danger if other people knew about it, hence they need Baba's protection. The slaughter scene in episode 3 where Baba Voss was saving his stepson, it looks amazing, the scenery, but of course it's like it's a plus, but of course it's not pleasant to watch, just like other Game of Thrones killing scene. But look, he looks like he's a samurai and he's performing his art of killing. Derla Morel, the real father, so he has the gift of sight, and that's why his children can also see. But one thing that really makes me want to stick around and watch the show until the end is to find out how they're gonna rebuild the world as Derla Morel hopes to. And also, why can't just Derla Morel make babies with everyone he wants so that he can restore humanity's sense of sight? I mean, he can choose the people that he wants to make babies with if he's afraid that this power will go to the wrong hands, right? And one thing I'm wondering is whether is he really the only one who has the gift of sight in his children? And if so, how did that happen to be? Queen Kane, she is very good in this show. Her acting is very well performed and I applaud that. Super dark and twisted, but not in an annoying way. I want to know, how did she end up in that water dam thing as her castle? She's been hunting the twins, cause who knows why. Now the twins, Kofun the boy and Haniwa the girl. So Kofun seems to be the one who is more laid back and soft, and Haniwa is the more ambitious one. So the first half of the season is almost done, and the show has really built up the world for the viewers, and we are left with the family and their entourage who goes into this expedition to find Jurla Morel to build a new world. I do feel that the episodes are a bit long and slow. It doesn't seem to be a complicated show so far, and I think that the premise is very clear and straightforward already. There's not much subplots, but of course there are other interesting characters that we'll probably get to know more, such as Paris, the family's advisor and trusted person, and Shadow. She's like a spy that might be a love interest for Kofun in the long run. But what do you guys think of this show? Are you interested to watch it? Have you been watching it, or you don't care at all? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next week for a new video. Bye!